Exciting news, Denver Broncos fans. The team just made a significant move that has everyone buzzing. A key re signing that not only strengthens the roster, but also sets up a promising season ahead. But there's more to this story. The Broncos managed to avoid a potentially franchise altering mistake, one that could haunt many other teams in the future. Stick around because I'm about to fill you in on all the details. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button if you bleed orange and blue. Drop a comment like, "Go Broncos." Let's see you in the Super Bowl. Now let's get into the news. First up, let's talk about Michael Burton. If you're a football fan who loves to dive deep into the game, this one's for you. Sean Payton, one of the few coaches left in the NFL who still values the fullback position, has made sure the Broncos hang on to one of the best in the business. Burton's connection with Bo Nix, yes, that Bo Nix who's been turning heads, is undeniable. If you've been keeping up with training clips, you've seen just how dynamic this duo is. Fans lucky enough to catch training camp witnessed their electrifying chemistry firsthand. And now it's official. Burton is staying in Denver. Remember that incredible performance against the Carolina Panthers last season? That game was full of unforgettable moments, including one of the most memorable plays of the year. Courtland Sutton throwing a perfect pass to Burton for a massive gain. Moments like that aren't just coincidence. Burton is far more than just a short yardage specialist. He's a versatile weapon who gives this offense a major edge. Whether it's in traditional I formation sets or the creative schemes that Sean Payton loves to implement, expect Burton's role to grow and bring even more excitement to this offense. Let's not forget Michael Burton's track record. Chiefs fans, yes, those Chiefs fans, still talk about how Burton steamrolled defenders back in Kansas City before making his way to Denver. He's the type of player who thrives in clutch situations, refusing to go down on first contact. When you have a fullback like that, one who's already built trust with your quarterback and running backs, you don't let him walk. Denver understood that and acted accordingly. Now let's talk about the bullet the Broncos dodged, one that could have set the team back considerably. The name Stefon Diggs was circulating in Denver as a possible addition. Some fans were excited about the idea. Some analysts even thought he'd be a great fit. But after seeing what just unfolded with his deal in New England, it's clear Denver made the right decision by staying away. Diggs signed a massive 3-year, $69 million contract with the Patriots, including a staggering $26 million in guaranteed money, more than what Courtland Sutton is currently earning. Think about that for a moment. Denver could have committed a fortune to an aging wide receiver coming off an injury, but instead they chose patience. And it's not just the money, it's the bigger picture. Diggs isn't exactly known for being a low-maintenance player. His time in Buffalo was filled with drama. He held out, created distractions, and at one point the Bills actually sent him home from their facilities. That's not hearsay, that's fact. And despite Buffalo's need for receiving help, they didn't even consider bringing him back. That speaks volumes. When a team that's desperate for weapons doesn't want to touch a player, that's a major red flag. Now imagine that kind of attitude entering a young Broncos locker room that's finally starting to build something special under Sean Payton. The culture in Denver is changing. There's a focus on grit, resilience, and a team-first mentality. Diggs, on the other hand, has made it clear he wants to be the center of attention. That's just not a fit in Denver. And with his injury history, there was no way the Broncos should have invested in him. Thankfully, they didn't. Instead, Denver is focused on investing in its young core. Advanced analytics highlight just how promising these emerging playmakers are. Rookie wide receiver Devin V posted one of the best expected points added EPA performances in the league last season, among players with 50 to 75 targets. That's some elite company. And the best part? He's just getting started. This offense is already proving that it doesn't need an overpaid veteran to come in and steal targets. The right pieces are already in place. Now, speaking of building for the future, let's turn the spotlight to Sean Payton. There's been a lot of chatter about whether players actually enjoy playing for him. Some have even tried to paint him as a coach that players want to leave. But if you really listen to what former Broncos players have said, you get a very different perspective. Take Javonte Williams, for example. He had every reason to be upset. He was drafted by the Broncos, gave everything for the team, suffered a major injury, and then didn't even get an offer to stay. Now, he's with Dallas. He has no incentive to speak highly of Sean Payton. And yet, in a recent interview, Williams praised Payton for the toughness and grit he instills in his players. He talked about how playing under Payton teaches you to get back up after you get knocked down, to fight, and to push through adversity. That's coming from a guy who had every reason to criticize the Broncos when he left. Instead, he's showing respect for the culture Payton is building, and the numbers back it up. Last year, Denver was projected to win just 5.5 games. This year, ESPN's over-under for the Broncos has jumped to 9.5 wins. That's a huge shift, and honestly, it still feels low. This team has the talent, the coaching, and the culture to win 10 games. That's not just wishful thinking, it's becoming the new standard. Take a look at the AFC West. The Chargers, they're lacking explosive playmakers. They were exposed in the playoffs when Justin Herbert threw multiple interceptions. And let's not forget, the Broncos should have beaten them twice last season. If Patrick Surtain had played the entire first game, the outcome would have been very different. If Riley Moss had been fully healthy during the second game, the Broncos wouldn't have let the Chargers slip away with that win. Those small details matter. This year, Denver is ready to take those games and make sure they finish on top. So let's wrap this up. The Broncos made a smart decision by keeping Michael Burton, a player who fits Sean Payton's system perfectly. They also dodged a potential mistake by not overpaying for an aging, injury-prone wide receiver with off-field drama. On top of that, the culture shift under Payton is clear. The players see it, analysts are starting to take notice, and the rest of the league is about to find out. But now, I want to hear from you. Are you excited about the direction this team is heading? Do you think Denver can hit 10 wins this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss it. Broncos country, the future is looking bright. And here's the thing, what's happening in Denver right now isn't just about this season. This is about the next 5 years. The foundation is being built for something that could finally return the Broncos to championship contention. But to fully understand what's happening, you have to look beyond the stat sheets and highlight reels. You have to see the strategy behind every decision. Take the draft, for example. A lot of fans were skeptical when Denver selected Bo Nix in the first round. Some wanted J.J. McCarthy. Others thought the team should have traded down for more picks. But now that training camp is in full swing, it's becoming clear why Sean Payton made that choice. Nix isn't just playing well, he's commanding the offense in a way that very few rookies are capable of. There's a clip making the rounds from minicamp where Nix reads the defense pre-snap, audibles at the line, and then delivers a perfect pass to Courtland Sutton in double coverage. That's not something you normally see from a rookie, and if you followed Payton's career, you know exactly why he values that skill so much. Look back at his time with the Saints. When Drew Brees was at his best, it wasn't because he had the strongest arm or the fastest release, it was because he could read a defense before the snap and make the right call. That's what made New Orleans' offense so dangerous for over a decade, and that's exactly the type of system Sean Payton is building in Denver right now. Bo Nix has already proven he has the football IQ needed to excel. He's processing the game at an elite level for a rookie, and that's exactly why Payton targeted him. Payton wasn't willing to risk waiting until the second round to grab him, and despite what some national analysts might say, Bo Nix could very well be the best quarterback from this draft class when we look back 5 years from now. But the success of this team isn't just about Nix, it's about the pieces around him, and that's where this front office deserves a lot of credit. Instead of making flashy, impulsive signings, they're focusing on long-term stability. So the question now is simple, are you ready for what's coming? Because the rest of the league isn't. The Broncos have been overlooked for far too long. Analysts have written them off, opposing teams have dismissed them, and many have counted them out because they haven't been paying attention. But all that is about to change. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe in what Sean Payton is building in Denver? Is this the year the Broncos finally take that next step? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's keep this conversation going because something special is happening in Denver and you won't want to miss it.